Hello, and today we are going to do a lymphatic Gua Sha drainage massage. So we're going to do that with a Gua Sha, and these come in many types of stone. Jade, very common in China and all over the world now. Amber in England. It also comes in rose quartz because the jade started running out. And amethyst wood, however, was the most common, I think. Not everyone can afford the stone, and I'm using a European style Gua Sha, which is bigger than the original ones, both in England and in China. Obviously China, I think, had them first, but all through the Viking Empire they had wooden ones. They looked a bit like chip forks, but they were in fact facial sculpting tools. So first things first, start with a makeup free face and apply some oil. I'm just using ordinary castor oil. Rub it in between your hands and then apply it all over the face. And I like to get it all over my eyelashes so that they glow and luscious. So to begin with, we're going to use the sort of crevice of the Gua Sha along the back of the spine for the neck to start off with. So we're just going to do 3 strokes up and jiggle. So it's 3 strokes up, 1, 2, 3. It's just to relieve tension basically around the neck. And then we're going to use the shoulder muscle, same part of Gua Sha. 1, 2, 3. Don't hurt yourself, be careful with your shoulder muscles. And just stroke up. 1, 2, 3. And along the clavicle as well. Again, I'm just stroking here. There's lots of lymphatic drainage nodes around the neck, and we want to clear these areas so that when we drain the face, we can drain all the toxins out. So beginning with the jawline, we're using the crevice to go in there, but we're going to use it flat. So we're just going to do strokes up and down, 3. You can do 4 or 5 if you want, but I think if you're just doing at home, 3 is fine. You need to put pressure on, but not so much pressure that it hurts. You've got oil there, so you've got slip. I guess it depends how many times a week you want to do this. I mean, you can do this as many times as you like. Once a week is fine. If you want to do it more than that, do it more than that. Everyone's different. If you're just using the Gua Sha for facial sculpting, they would do that every day. But with lymphatic drainage massage, I would leave a few gaps. You're basically training your face not to hold excess water, to remove the plasma which builds up from your mucus, and to get rid of all the toxins from your face. So this is one of my favorites. It does the downturn of the mouth, and we're going to use the Gua Sha flat, and we're going to pull up along the flat of the cheek and then just bring it down and do 3 strokes, 2, 3. On the other side, you're going to hear lots of sort of crunching sounds, which is the breakdown of the plasma, which is a good sign because the plasma really blocks up everything. So if we break down the plasma, we can get everything moving again, and get rid of facial toxins, which would improve the skin tone and also help sculpt. So we're going to do the cheekbones now, and this is a really good one. We're going to do the same kind of movement from sort of above the lip as we did before, but instead of bringing it across the flat of the cheek, we're going to go a slightly higher angle, and this bit goes under the cheek and this bit goes over the cheek. We're doing 3. And you'll be able to see this quite quickly if you do this regularly. It really does sculpt a really nice cheekbone line. But again, it depends on your face shape. But I suggest that anyone who's worried about their cheekbones would do well to do this. You'll start seeing it when you look in the mirror, and different times of the evening you've got like different shadows falling across your face, but you can really see it if you sort of go like that and see the shadows just go. You'll start seeing it more and more in depth. So for the forehead, we are going to go flat, and we're just going to put some pressure and bring it to the temples and bring it down. So flat, apply some pressure, bring it to the temples and bring it down. That's 3. And then we're going to give a sort of lifting motion, and we're going to do 3 strokes up on each eyebrow. So we're starting with the corner, then the corner, the middle section, and then the end section. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 along each eyebrow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now for the eyes. This is, you need to be gentle, but it really works. So you need to use the fat of the Gua Sha here and blob. So you're doing 1, 2, 3, and swoosh to the temple. 1, 2, 3, and swoosh to the temple. 1, 2, 3, and swoosh to the temple. And on the other side, 1, 2, 3, swoosh. 1, 2, 3, swoosh. 1, 2, 3, swoosh. And that, I can actually feel that on that side, will drain your eye bags, and with regular gua sharing, you will see a significant difference. It comes back, but you have to train your face not to hold the water. So for the top of the eye, you'll find lots of crystals. I'm just going to swoosh it to the temple and squeeze out all those crystals. And the top of the other eye. And then for this part here, the in-between part, we want to get rid of all the creases. again just to the temple. And with the other side. 1, 2, and lots of crystals on that side. 3. Now we're going to do the nose. So we want to do 3 strokes along the top and 3 on either side. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And for either side of the nose, where, as you might expect, lots of mucus, excess water, and a plasma will build up. So we're going to get right in there, and we're going to go squeeze all of it out to the side. I'm just using my finger to hold what I pulled and bring it down so it has an exit point along the neck. So I used to get into fights when I was doing Gua Shaing as a kid, because Gua Shas, believe it or not, a harmless bit of, in my case when I was a kid, it would have been wood. Occasionally I had a stone one, because no one knew what I was doing, because personal grooming is clearly a private thing. Everyone used to accuse me of shaving, and I really wasn't shaving. I was using the Gua Sha, but it meant they had to steal it, and obviously there was a fight, and the original ones weren't as big as these. These are really handy if you've got a stone one and you're using oil and it slips out. It's not necessarily going to slip out your fingers as quickly as possibly the smaller ones, which tend to look like a chip fork. So when they tried to steal it from me, I kind of poked them back with it, and then they just broke them. So lots of people would probably want to do this in private. I know I'm doing this on YouTube, but I don't want to get into any more arguments or fights about these things. They're a facial sculpting tool. And if you've had put on some weight, or you've had a bit of scarring, or whatever you're worried about, or you've aged and you want to do some anti-aging techniques, whatever you're worried about, use the Gua Sha, and you will start seeing some huge differences in your face. People might not notice straight away, but after like a few weeks, people are going to start noticing. And it can be that quick. Now, because I've just done the flat of my face, I'm going to do some extra moves, just because I want the last thing that I do to be something that's not just flattening my cheeks out. So I like to, because these are problem areas, I like to do that, which again does go along the flat of my cheek. And we're literally training the face to be beautiful. So obviously having cheekbones is an important thing. So the last one I'm going to do is big swooshes up. I would say it took within a week maybe of doing this for me to start seeing how different my face is. I've been losing weight at the same time, so fat on the face is a factor, but that is the lymphatic draining massage. So I hope everybody will have a go, but I can't praise this technique enough. with lymphatic drainage massage, you get rid of the eye bags, which is like the number one thing that I want to get rid of. And I'm sure there's lots of people out there that want to do the same. But if you want to do the lymphatic drainage massage, do it whenever you feel you need to. And if you just want to use the Gua Sha as a facial sculpting tool without the lymphatic drainage massage, you don't need to do what I was doing on the shoulders. Just do the sculpting here on the jawline, the flat of the face and the cheek up, and going upwards motion, the nose and along the side. So I hope you have enjoyed the lymphatic drainage massage and have excellent results yourself. Thanks.